now it's just Tom and I. Hi, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you, Kim?
I'm good. I know we don't have much time, but I want to start with we see sides of you in this film that we haven't seen before, including one shot that is supposed to be the inside of you at one point in the movie.
Oh, yes. Yes, there is a shot of my bottom. We'll leave
Bottom.
it at that.
We'll leave it at that, and we'll assume it was a stand-in or just camera magic.
There's a little bit of camera magic. There's a little bit.
What appealed to you about the experimental nature of this film?
I really liked it. I really liked it. I've kind of the last few years been making the whole superhero thing, and they're very conventional in the way that they are shot and the way that the stories are told. So for me, working with Thomas Siegel and obviously Joe and Anthony Russo, the way in which they tackled these different challenges stylistically and to use different camera techniques, different lenses, different ways of framing the scenes, different ways of lighting, also different ways of acting. I just really, really enjoyed the kind of creative challenges that they kept throwing at us.
Yeah, I mean, tonally, it must have been so challenging. Like you're robbing a bank and doing the robot in the same film. So, as an actor, how do you even mentally get yourself into that place?
It's interesting how, you always talk about how you need to trust your directors and the directors need to trust the actors. And I trust the Russos, I really do. And I think they're great. But when we were shooting the basic training portion of the film, and they were trying to get me to do this robot in front of all of these people. I remember taking them aside, and I was like, "Guys, this is one step too far now. This is ridiculous. Like, why on earth are you getting me to do this?" And they explained to me the reason behind their choices of making that scene as absurd as possible, and it made total sense. I always was a little bit like, "Oh, I don't want to do this," but then when you watch the film, it really worked.
It totally works. So, Cherry is really about choices. And I'm curious if you would consider yourself an impulsive or deliberate person. And if there's a choice that you can kind of identify in your life that you feel like changed everything for you.
There's not really one moment in my life that changed everything. I've been very blessed that, everything's kind of, been in front of me and I've had the opportunities and then it's been my job to seize the opportunities. So I wouldn't say there's one particular moment. And I am a very impulsive person. I'm getting much better at thinking before I say things and thinking before I do things because I can get myself into trouble. But I'm getting better at that.
Well, it was great to talk to you and to not talk about Spider-Man because I love this. I love those movies too, but I love Cherry so much that I'm glad we can
Thank
just
you,
discuss
Kim.
that.
I appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Thank
And stay
you.
safe.
See you soon. Stay
Okay,
safe.
bye.